Hi together, my name is Chris. I'm the coach of team IABG, which is led by Bayram. And my team of amazing developers prepared something very, very special for you. So without further ado, I will hand over to Jan.
Welcome guys, welcome to another episode of Sharp Tank. Today, I would like to introduce our three amazing investors, Julian, the nitpicker, Shaima, the go-getter, and Bilal, the domain expert. Our two co-founders of Powerhood, Nick and Hannes, will today pitch their app to the investors. Will they strike a deal or leave empty-handed?
Hi Sharps, I'm Hannes and this is my co-founder Nick. Today we're looking to pitch our app Powerhood and we want an investment over 100K for 15% of our company.
So let us tell you why you should invest into Powerhood. Currently, not only the energy prices are going through the roof, but we also have to save the planet. Solar plants are one of the key alternatives to generate energy in a sustainable way. Currently, there are already 1.4 million solar plants installed on private houses. These can already generate their own local green energy. But the problem is when they are not using all the green energy, they have to sell it back to the grid, and they get much lower price than what they would have to pay for when they are getting energy from the grid. So this isn't fair for the producers nor the consumers.
And this is why we have created a local marketplace for both producers and consumers to get much better prices for their energy.
All right, this is nice and all, but do you have something that you can show us already?
Yes, of course. Let us demonstrate the full potential of Powerhood. So, does anyone have solar plants installed on their home?
Yes, I do.
You do, perfect. So we already took the liberty to create a basic profile, and we're going to adjust this to your needs for selling energy, for example. So we're going to log in as Bilal, and our super secure password test. So now, when we go to the edit profile page, we see in the seller section that I want to sell excess energy, spare energy toggle. We are going to toggle this because you want to sell your excess energy and set a minimum selling price of about 22 cents per kilowatt hour. Then we're going to skip the unimportant part about the first name, last name, and the address, and we come to the power profile, which is the most important part. So the consumption profile is already pre-filled with some values. You can adjust them if you like, but we would rather skip this for now and come to the solar panel settings. So do you by any chance know your settings?
Yes, give me 1 second. Okay, so the declination is 45, the plane of azimuth is 20, and the peak energy is 9.9.
9.9. All right. Do you have a battery?
Oh, yeah, the capacity is 10 kilowatts.
All right, perfect. So now when we have these settings, we can now fetch a forecast of how much energy your solar plant is going to produce over a day. So as we can see, now we have some negative generation, so we would need some energy. Let's say between 8 and 10, we would need some energy. So let's go ahead and buy some energy in this time frame. So for this, we are going to select the maximum buying price of about 32 cents, just for the sake of it, and put in the time frame of 8 till 10. And let's see whether we got a match. Yes, we got a match. So now we are buying 3.18 kilowatt hours for an average price of 0.27 euros and saving already 17 cents already. So this is, well, only for 2 hours, quite a lot of money. And if we scroll down a little bit, we see the pool of sellers, which is Zach, Zoe, and a couple of others. So this was rather easy.
All right, this is nice also, but solar energy is quite volatile. So what happens if the seller can't sell anymore?
Yeah, there's always the possibility of a seller not being able to provide the promised energy anymore. This is what we call a matching dropout. To understand how we handle a matching dropout, we would have to take a look at the top-level design of our app. So if a user says he cannot provide the energy anymore, we send a request to the database, and the user is unmatched from the deal. Then the database sends another request to the matching subsystem, and we find the perfect new deal again for the user. And then, well, obviously we send this new deal to the deals management subsystem, and the user has this perfect new deal. So that all sounds quite theoretical. So let's have a look at an example. For example, consider you're buying from those 4 sellers between 6 and 7 p.m. But let's say one of the sellers cannot provide his promised energy anymore. So we unmatch this user, and we find a perfect new match. And we just simply do this for every hour of the deal. Like this, it's quite simple. And voila, you have the perfect new match. But let's say we cannot find a perfect new match again, then you automatically have to fall back to the grid and buy from them again.
Let's look at this one in the app. If we take a look at the previous deal, then we would see now that that Zoe dropped out, and now Jack is filling in and replacing and providing the energy so far. This would be rather simple and straightforward as well.
Well, you guys look like you thought about everything, so nicely done.
Yeah, theoretically they thought about everything, but as investors we'd like to hear some numbers. So how many users do you have on the app, and how many deals were created through your app?
Well, we're aware that our app offers the user the possibility to cleverly invest into solar energy. This is why we've integrated a statistics page where every user can see some interesting facts about themselves and their neighborhood. Well, normally our statistic page would offer our statistic page on the home screen offers every user the possibility to see some interesting facts about themselves and their neighborhood. For example, you can see that by buying from Powerhood, you've already saved 17 cents today. And then if you go about the My Neighborhood section, you can see that there are already more than 70 sellers with more than 40 buyers, and today your whole neighborhood saved more than 20 euros on energy. This is quite amazing. Well, and the energy flow in your neighborhood is more than 20 kilowatt hours today.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it's interesting for the buyers to see all these numbers and everything, but I'm interested in the market potential, so I'm not quite convinced yet.
Okay, so as we said earlier, there are already 1.4 million houses, solar plants installed on private houses, which each of them feed into the grid around 8,000 kilowatt hours per year. So this is already quite a huge number, and this is only today, because in the future, there's more potential for even 11.9 million solar plants on private houses. So there is a huge market.
Yeah, okay, that's quite high numbers, but look, guys, I'm not an expert in this field. I see a lot of dedication, but look, I'm sorry to say I'm out. Good luck.
Ooh, that must be tough when an investor is already out. But yeah, as opposed to Julian, I'm starting to get interested in your app. However, I feel that something is missing here. I know of another app called EEX, which is the European Energy Exchange, and it does something quite similar to what you're doing. For me, it sounds like the safe plan. Why would I use your app to trade energy instead?
Well, of course, we've done our homework and checked the competition. EEX currently enables more than 300 companies to globally trade all different kinds of energy products. But Powerhood has a couple advantages. For example, on Powerhood, the users can determine their own selling or buying prices, while EEX sets the prices for all the users. Then Powerhood is all about your neighbors. We only connect neighborhoods, and you will always know who you're buying energy from. And then last but not least, Powerhood enables you to only trade green solar energy, while in EEX you can trade all different types of energy products. This is why we think Powerhood is simply amazing.
All right, you convinced me, but I still need to see the status of the app.
All right, so we've made a lot of progress in the past couple of sprints. First, we've integrated deals and preferences for every user. Then we've made an amazing matching algorithm, and we've enabled all users to fetch their energy forecast. Next up, we've done a statistics page where all users can check their solar energy facts. And next up would be a manual matching page where every user can select from which buyers they're buying energy.
All right, you look like hardworking guys, so I'm in.
Wait, I'm also in. Let's work something out. All right, we are proposing a joint deal together, so you'll get your 100K you asked for, but we won't be satisfied with the 15. We'll get 10% each of us. You can discuss it together and get back us.
Yeah, we have a deal.
Perfect. Then
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Well, at least you tried.
This was today's episode of Shark Tank. Tune in next Wednesday to see another episode with more exciting deals. And now, after the show is over, we would like to thank our customers, Martin and Marco, for the opportunity to work on the project and the great collaboration and support over the last couple of months. Thanks a lot. We are open for any kind of questions.
Yeah, you gave a really very impressive show. I don't have that much money. I'm not a big investor, but if I would have, I would, of course, surely be buy the whole company. My question would be, I think we gave you a really hard job, to get into the get a glimpse of understanding of the energy business. What was for you the most surprising thing about it?
Well, I would like to start actually. For me, the most surprising about it was how much a kilowatt hour actually is, because I didn't know at all what to think about in kilowatt hour before, and because I never really bought my own energy, never had my own contract, and noticing that it's really a lot was surprising for me.
Yeah, I would have gone with the same thing. Actually, when we started, we were testing with really high numbers, so we had charts going up. And then when we got the real data, it was like the charts were near zero all the time, because no more than 3 kilowatt hours, I guess, per day as a peak. So yeah, that was challenging about the data.
Okay, and second question, IABG is a safety and security company, so you built a nice prototype. So what would you do to break it? And please don't tell me that you had maybe a weak password. So more on the architecture level.
On the architectural level, maybe the matching algorithm is quite easily predictable. So maybe if someone knows how it works, he can easily always get the minimum price, compared to the other buyers.
Okay, thank you. And I think you really made a really great job in those 3 months. I have my own solar power plant, and it took me, I think, at least a year to understand, how to tax it. So, and you did really an amazing job. And thank you very much. And let's see how your business is developing in the future. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Charles.